Hello, good to meet you, at a new CATIA presentation. This time the subject is regarding to product added properties. I will explain you, step by step, how to quickly add these properties, ignoring the existing ones, with a macro, both in a part and product. In the usual way, we proceed by adding one by one the requested properties, as shown. The easiest way to add multiple properties without a macro is to import data from a text document as shown. I created with Notepad this document, taking care to leave a space between parameter type and measure unit, with tab button. Next, I will import this document, and add from this list all the defined parameters. Till here, I guess that many of you know this way, and is nothing new. Next, I will explain you, step by step, how to do more quickly, the same thing, with a macro in a part, then in a product, and then in both. Starting with a fresh new part, without any properties, as shown, then running the first macro in part folder. You can see the result is the same as with the imported text file. Next I will show you the code inside this macro. Each parameter is defined, taking into account his type and measure unit, as defined in text document. This code can be easily obtained by recording a macro while you import the text document. When running again the macro, the result will be not the expected one. As you can see, the properties are inserted again each time we run the macro. Next step is to improve the macro, to ignore the existing added properties, and insert only the missing ones. In a fresh new part, I will run the next macro, that will ignore the existing properties. Running for the first time, will insert all the properties, as shown. Next, I will show you the improved code. For each previous added properties, defined with parameter and unit, I've added same code, to check if property exists, then do nothing if so, otherwise to insert the missing parameter. Now, it works correctly, but I want more, to update the part number in properties. First, to do this, I insert a delimiter in the part number, as presented. I will run the next macro, to insert parameters and formulas, and obtain the part number. The idea is to look for the search string, defined as required, return the number of characters before it, and extract them, using presented formulas. The code parameter value, actually the part name, is assigned to product definition, and part number added property, as shown. The new added code is also obtained by recording the parameters creation and formulas assigned to them. There are new added definitions at the top of the macro, and parameters and formulas at the bottom of the code. If the parameters and formulas already exists, then will be ignored, otherwise they will be inserted. If I change the part number, the formulas and code parameter is refreshed automatically, but the properties not. Running again the macro will do the update, as you can observe. The parameters and formulas creation was ignored, but the definition and part number property were refreshed. Still there are formulas and parameters not needed anymore. Next macro will delete formulas and parameters in this order, as shown. The following code was obtained by recording the delete actions of formulas and parameters. In this last macro, I've added the previous macro, and now the macro works perfect at each run in a part, but not in a product. After I change the part number and run again the macro, it works smoothly and the update is done. I will repeat the previous steps to insert the added properties, this time in a product. As you can observe, the previous macro is not working in product. I will obtain, step by step, the working code for product, in the same manner. The first macro is also obtained by recording when I import the text document properties into the product. The same issue as in part case, at rerunning the macro, because of not ignoring the existing properties. At opening with Notepad, the code is like presented, without ignoring existing properties. Starting again, with a new empty product, and now, I will run the next macro, that will ignore the existing properties, at rerunning. This time, as you can see, it will ignore the existing properties, same as for part. In the same way, I've added instruction for case of property existence, to do nothing, otherwise to add the property. Next, starting with a fresh new product, then run again the macro, to add the properties, then select and run the next macro. But before running the macro, I will insert a separator, in part number, as presented. In same manner as in part case, at running this macro, the parameters and formulas are inserted. Also the value of code parameter was added to definition and part number, as you can observe. At the existing code, I've added the code obtained from recording the parameters creation, and formula assigned to them. Same solution, the search string is defined in the code and parameter, then the search result will return the number of characters before the search string, and the code will extract from product name the number of characters indicated. In the end, the value of code parameter was added into definition and part name, as you can see. At running again the macro, only the definition and part name will be updated, with the value of code parameter. The next macro will delete formulas and parameters connected to them. The code was obtained by recording the actions. Next step is to add this code to previous macro, and the result will work for any product, each time is running the macro. Next, I want to have only one macro that will work in both part and product. To achieve the final macro, I will combine the previous two macros for part and product with cases and test it. First, on a new blank part with the expected result. For part it works smoothly, as you can see, also at rerunning again. Now, I will test, after I insert the delimiter in product name, the same macro used in part. The result is the expecting one. Same result after rerun, the update is applied, as you can observe. Next, I will show you the final code that works both in part and product file. By using cases, if the document type is part, the macro will run the code presented in part. If document type is product, will run the code corresponding to it, presented before. For each case, the declarations and the document set depends by file type. I hope you like this presentation, and you can set your own delimiter for obtaining the part/product name properties, or add properties as you need. The purpose of adding these properties is to import them next into a professional bill of material, which will be the subject of another presentation. I wish you all the best and see you soon.